is going on, guys? So we are starting off the video here in the truck. So I am actually going to be putting the truck on the dyno today. I am going to load a quick tune into the truck. I'm going to do it here before we drive over to the dyno, that way it learns the alcohol percentage. And I normally run a flex fuel tune, which is perfectly fine. You can run 93 or E85 on that. We're going to dyno in 7th gear since this is a 10-speed auto, and we're going to see what the truck makes. It's on full E85 right now. Obviously we have the JLT Cold Air Intake, exhaust, and just the Palm Beach dyno tune. And huge shout out to Rob, the tune maker, shoemaker.
Rob, the tune maker, shoemaker.
So I'm gonna go ahead and load the tune. We have a HP tuner's N-gauge, so all we do is drag and drop. And yeah. All right, so one of the things I absolutely love about N-gauge is all you do is drag and drop. We got the tune file right there. So let's go ahead and load it into the N-gauge and flash the car or truck. All right, so once we have it here, I'm gonna go to tuning, load tune, and I think this one is V6. Flash tune. Oh, well, we gotta turn this off. And we'll do a key on. I'm trying to keep the AC going. It says turnkey, do not start engine. We got that. And we're gonna let this flash, and then we're gonna go head over to the dyno. While we're waiting for this tune to load over there, make sure you go pick up your Mustang Lifestyle key tags. I have a link down in the description. These are all going out today, Mustang Lifestyle key tags and stickers. So go ahead, hit the link in the below, and then we're gonna be headed over to the dyno. Alright guys, so we are now driving. We got the tune loaded. You can see right here the alcohol learned flag. So 0 means it hasn't learned, 1 means it has. So essentially that'll learn the alcohol percentage down here, and then the car will command timing accordingly. Until that has learned, you know, flag 1, it will have reduced timing. I believe it locks it in at pretty much 19 degrees peak. Until then, it's obviously not going to make power. Obviously it's raining, so we're not going to get any traction out here anyways, but once we put it on the dyno, we will know what is going on. Alright, we're going to be putting the car on the dyno at Pitbull Performance. This is where we put the bullet on the dyno. So, let's go ahead, head in the back here. What's up?
What's up?
What you doing with this thing?
Fixing the WRX.
You know how to use one of these?
Yep, do that.
Nice. Alright, Mr. Vinny.
What buffer did you do on that thing?
No mufflers?
No mufflers?
Muffler delete and resonator delete.
Sounds good.
It just has the stock cats and a Y pipe. Real simple. It's cheap too.
Cheap. Who did it?
We'll see what it'll make. You ready for all this horsepower?
Yeah.
Alright, Mr. Derek. 7th gear for dyno mode. I guess you just turn traction control off. That's what Palm Beach said. And send her to 72, 73.
It only says 7 though.
And I'll turn the data log on.
Okay.
So tap one of the thingamabobbers, any one of them. And then hit start log.
When I'm ready?
You can just do it now.
Alright.
And then manual mode, 7th gear, and send her to like 72.
72? Okay.
Yeah, or just over 7.
Okay.
Because the tach only goes to 7.
Hey, well, is it the one, like, if I floor it in manual mode, is it going to downshift? Or
No, it'll stay in 7.
It'll command? Okay.
Yep. Alright, I have no idea what it's going to make. 380. 380? We'll see. 385, 429. Yeah, you can see it started that truck manifold. Dude, if it had a Mustang manifold?
Yeah, you gotta change that.
If it had a Mustang manifold, it'd be pulling more. That's not bad at all. I'm gonna pull up the log and take a look real quick, but I'm sure that's not bad at all.
No, I passed like 120, it kept going. I'm like,
Yeah, really, we didn't need to pull it to 72 because it stopped making power seriously right about here. So definitely needs an intake manifold swap or a supercharger.
yeah.
That's good.
Made really good torque.
Yeah, that's really good torque. That's why when you step on it at this low RPM, it feels good. I'm gonna pull up the log and take a look. All right, so I talked with Rob and I looked at the log here. So we actually had the throttle body. This is throttle body actual right here. And I think it actually hit the speed limiter or something. So it closed the throttle body right here, right at 5,500, which is right where we saw power drop significantly. So wait for it to cool down and try a 6th gear run, even though 7th is 1-to-1. What are you doing to me? And it's also possible that we're seeing some, obviously this graph looks terrible with my cracked screen. It's possible that we're seeing some false knock. If you look at RPM as we're climbing here.
It's a big Mustang.
Yeah, it is. So if you look at RPM as we climb here, we see a little bit of positive knock. Right there, so that actually pulled some timing out back and forth between 28 and 29 degrees, and that would most likely be some false knock since we are running E85 and our alcohol percentage, which we can see right here, is 75%. So the log definitely shows a lot here, and I like showing you guys this stuff. So we're gonna wait for it to cool down. We saw, looks like 120 degrees intake air temp and about 124 by the end of the pull. So we're gonna let it cool down and we'll make another pull. Yeah, man, supercharger. Can you cool all this off for me?
That's gonna make 5.
Can we fit a blow-up valve on here? All right, we're gonna try 6th gear. See if it doesn't close throttle. We'll let her rip tighter chip. I saw 400. All right. So this is a different gear, so technically it would make more in 7th. But we got 402, 428. 400. Yee yee. Yeah, we'll pull out the log, see what it looks like. All right, so here we go. We got 402. No, we're not updating that now. So we got 402, 428, and interestingly enough, 5,500, that's where we see throttle start to drop. And if we actually look at the log, our throttle position right here actually starts to drop again right there. So if you notice, that's right at 5,500. Throttle closes, and that's right where we start seeing a drop in power, but we don't have any knock or spark issues. We saw 29 degrees, no knock whatsoever. So that was definitely better, but I don't know why this throttle still closes. It's super weird. I'm gonna talk with Rob and see what he thinks. And it could just be a limiter of being on the dyno, being as the truck does not normally like to go to, let's see what we saw, peak speed of 145 miles an hour. So, yeah. Alright, so I'm talking with Rob. He said even though the throttle body kind of closes here, or it says it closes, the torque source is still saying consistent, which would mean it's still full throttle. He said he's going to make one change. I'm going to load a tune into the truck, and we'll see what it does once we get some cool down time, because it is pretty hot out here in Florida, pretty humid too. I'm absolutely drenched in sweat, just not even doing anything. But we'll see what it does. Rob, the tune maker, shoemaker.
Rob, the tune maker, shoemaker.
At Palm Beach Dyno. Of course, data logging is always key. This will tell you exactly what is going on with the vehicle, and you have horsepower numbers right here from a dyno. And if anyone is wondering, this is how dyno tunes happen. You literally log the car or truck, get a horsepower number, make any changes, you can receive that reflection here. I also think data logs are extremely important when racing a car on track. Anybody can look at a log. This is no fancy tools. This is SCT Live Link. Just looking at the log of there. But if you make a quarter-mile pass, you can log it and you can see exactly what the car is doing. So if you have any sort of issues, you can correct them, know exactly what's going on. And even in a manual car, you can see your shift points. So I highly suggest data logging when you are beating on a car. You can see what exactly it's doing. So if you're racing, you can see what is going on, what went wrong, anything like that. It's all in the data here. Alright, Mr. Rob, the tune maker, shoemaker, gave me one more tune from Palm Beach Dyno. We're going to load that into the truck and see what it does. Alright, so we're going to load V7 in here, and this is still flex fuel. Takes 6 minutes. Turn key on, do not start engine, and we'll let this flash. Alright, I got the file loaded. I do have to wait for this to show 1, the alcohol learned. That's when it learns and it'll add spark into the car. So I just have the car or the truck running on the dyno. Once that shows 1, then we'll make a dyno run. Alcohol percentage still says it hasn't learned, but we're gonna go make a poll, see what it does. Hopefully make some more power. Let's see what we got. 403, 420. It's probably hot, honestly. Yeah, look, torque made less torque. It's just hot still. See, look, we came up here. 40, whatever. 403. But the curve looks better. Look compared to that one. Oops. Yeah, the curve looked better. Alright, so that's going to be it. As you can see, it stayed full throttle all the way through the pole. We did not get alcohol learned, so we saw a little bit lower of torque on the bottom end. We saw a little bit lower of torque on the bottom end, but we did come up and see a much better graph on the top end, where the last one, the throttle started closing, and you can see dropped, and then right here, it kept going. So obviously with an intake manifold, this would keep increasing in power, and of course if it wasn't so heat soaked, we'd see higher torque number, but overall that looks better on the last tune revision. Huge shout out to Rob, the tune maker, shoemaker, and of course the guys at Pitbull for letting us get this big fat Mustang on the dyno.
Big fat Mustang.
If you guys need to get your car on the dyno, tuning, whatever, down here in Daytona Beach, call this guy, you can text him, send nudes.
Probably.
You can see a little bit better on this TV right here. So this is our better run, the blue one. This is actually a much better tune. Obviously we have less torque, but if you look here, it's just because it has less timing down low. That's because it hasn't learned all the alcohol percentage. But looking up here up top, if you look, once this learns the alcohol percentage, all this will match that other line. And the only place we were having issues with was this up top. This is where the throttle was closing. On the old tune, you can see it drop down. On the new tune, kept going. So that would be much better. So basically this would be about 405, 428. But obviously it hasn't learned, but.
Oh, no chicks with you.
All right, man. Catch you later.
Peace, bud.
Gonna go. See ya. Here's the old truck.